Assalamu alaikum dear students. As we are doing Unit 4 Financial Mathematics, and today we will cover topics National Savings Schemes and markups. First of all, today's objective. You people will be able to know about National Savings Schemes, and then you will calculate markup and compound markup. But first of all, recap related to today's topic: profit, the return which is given by the bank to us in exchange of using our funds is called profit. And today's our topic is related with markup. What is the difference between profit and markup? Profit, the return which is given by the bank to us in exchange of using our funds, but markup, the extra amount which we pay to bank for using the borrowed money is called markup. It means markup is the amount which we have to pay to the bank if we borrow money from the bank. The amount which is deposited, invested and borrowed is called principal amount. Rate, the percentage of the profit charged is called rate. Amount, when the profit or markup is added to the principal, the sum is called the amount. So keep it in your mind. Then today our topic is related to markup, and today we will solve problems related to markup. Now first of all, commercial banking and national schemes. What are national savings schemes? Any system of correlating things, parts, etc., or the manner of its arrangement, a plan, program or policy officially adopted and followed as by a government or business. Or in simple words, you can say a scheme is a plan or arrangement involving many people which is made by a government or other organization. For example, a private pension scheme, and second example is central government health schemes. These schemes help other to adopt these schemes and get profit from these schemes. Now we are going to solve problems related to markup. So we are going to start exercise number 4.3, question number 1. These questions are related to the amount borrowed by the bank. So you have to keep in your mind that this exercise is related to markup, not for profit. And what is markup? Revise the concept of markup in your mind. So now comes toward the question number 1. A man borrowed rupees 1460 from ABC Bank on 3rd March at 12 whole 1/2% annually. What amount should he pay on the 1st of July to pay off the debit? So first of all, we have to write down data. We will take out data from the question. Principal amount is 1460 rupees. Rate is in mixed fraction. We will convert it into decimals. Time is 3rd March till 1st July. So we have to calculate how many days are there from 3rd March till 1st July. There would be 121 days, and you know when we have days we have to convert it into a year. So how many days are there in a year? 365. And what is the given time period? That is 121 years. So this is the time, which is 121 over 365 years. Now as these questions are related to markup, as in our previous exercise we use formula, profit is equals to this. But as in this exercise we are going to calculate markup, formula would remain same, but the word profit will change into markup because we are going to find the value, we are going to find markup in this question. So no change in formula, just we will use markup. Not using profit, we will use markup here to find the value of in these markups. Now put the value in this formula. this is the principal amount, this is time, this is rate, and after solving and after simplifying all these terms, all these numbers, you will get rupees 60.5. so this is the value of markup. As the question is find the total amount, so how can we find the total amount? You would be familiar with this formula. Total amount is equals to principal amount plus markup. So this is the principal amount and this is the markup, and after adding these two terms you will get total amount. So by using these procedure, you can find first for markup and then use this markup and find the total amount. And now there is the hint of question number 2. First of all, read the question carefully, follow these steps, and in the last you will find the amount by using this formula. Now, next question. This question is a little bit different from question number 4, so I am going to explain it. Question number 3. XYZ Bank gained rupees 8,034 on its loan at 6% compound markup in 2 years. What amount did it lend? It means here we have to find the lent amount. The lent amount is not given. This is the difference between this question and previous question. In previous question the whole amount was given, we have to find the total amount, but in this question the whole amount is not given. It means principal amount is not given. So how can we solve this question? First of all, write down data, profit, rate, and time is given. We have to find amount lent, as we don't know what is the amount. So first of all, in solution we will suppose that the principal amount is rupees 100. If principal amount is this, so now we will use the formula of finding final amount. This is the formula for finding final amount. Principal amount is 100. Why it is 100? Because we suppose that the principal amount is rupees 100. Now 1 plus rate is 6 over 100 and time is 2. So after solving, after simplifying this question, the final amount would be 112.36. It means when the principal amount is 100, the final amount would be 111.36. Now compound profit is equals to final amount minus principal amount. So by putting these values, final amount minus principal amount, we will get 12.36 rupees. It means when the principal amount was 100 rupees, the profit would be, the markup would be 12.36. So for the profit the bank will get from that person would be 12.36 if he lent a loan of rupees 100. So from this quantity 12.36 profit, the amount would be 100 rupees. So for 1 rupees what would be the loan? So we will divide 12.36 100 from 12.36. This is the amount when the bank will get rupees, a profit of rupees 1. Similarly, if bank will get the profit of rupees 8,034, you will multiply 8,034 with this 100 over 12.36. Then after solving these two terms, we will get the amount of rupees 65,000. It means that the total amount he lent is 65,000 rupees. These steps are very important to understand, because if you will not understand it, you will not take it carefully, you will not get the point, then how can you get the total amount? So the required answer is 64,000 rupees. Now exercise 4.3 question number 8, find the compound profit of rupees 50,000 at 4% for 1 upon 2 years. Now take out data, principal amount, rate, time. First of all we will find total amount and then we will find compound profit. Now final amount is equals to this. This is the formula for finding final amount. Principal amount, this is the rate, and the time is 1/1/2. Now look this step very carefully and try to understand what I have done in the next part. As you know, here we have 1 plus 4/100 and time is 1 year and half year. This is the this is the value for 1 year. Rate would be 4/100, but after half an year the rate would be half, so this 4 will be converted into 2/100. So this is the part to solve to find the value for 1 year, and this is the part for find the value for remaining half year. Why we have here rate is half 2? Because it is a half year. Rate is 4. When we half our rate, it would become 2. This is very important step to understand, because here we have 1.5 year. This is the value of 1 year, and this is the value of remaining half year. For the 1 year rate is 4. For the half year rate is 2. Now after simplifying above step, we will get 50,000 multiplied by 1.04 multiplied by 1.02, and after multiplying these three terms we will get this. Now using formula for finding compound profit, same formula, total amount minus final amount, put the value of total amount to put the value of final amount, and after solving these two terms we will get a profit of compound profit of rupees 3040 rupees. So the compound profit is 3040 rupees. Now your task, exercise number 4.3, question number 1 till 5, and then question number 6 till 8. Do these questions carefully and submit your task on time. Thank you so much.